curfew Tom talked about, now in effect for downtown LA, appears to be working once again.
KCAL News reporter Zach Boetto has been out there all afternoon as well. Zach, what's the situation where you are right now?
Well, Gio, Leslie, like Tom Waite said, much quieter scene here at Spring and Temple. If you've been watching any of our coverage today, you can see it's much quieter here. What is left is debris all over this street here. This is Spring Street, and this is some of the debris that's left behind. These are less than lethal rounds that law enforcement uses to push protesters back. Now, admittedly, I misspoke earlier and said that this less than lethal round would not hurt because of the spongy top, but these are fired at very high rates of speed, and many protesters and journalists have been hurt by these less than lethal rounds that are being fired by law enforcement during these protests. Now, we want to take you to some video from earlier on today from this exact spot. We want to show you the clashes between law enforcement and protesters here in front of City Hall. Really, it was a lot of these less than lethal rounds that were being fired in the protesters' direction while they were pushing back here on this No King's Day rally that turned into a protest. We saw a lot of LAPD, we saw a lot of LA Sheriff's Department here in this area working together, but you know, Mayor Karen Bass really condemning the violence that took place here today.
Where we're not against protests. We want people to exercise their First Amendment rights. That is the part of our American tradition and system. But it is not a part, nor is it acceptable for that to deteriorate violence. And if that happens, people will be held accountable. We don't need the military. We essentially need to get back to normal in this that is willing to allow the.
And back out here live, guys, to the point that Mayor Karen Bass just mentioned, having the National Guard here in the city. They are still stationed outside of the LAPD officers here outside. There are still officers holding the police line at Spring and Temple. So still a lot of law enforcement here in downtown LA while this curfew remains in place. In downtown LA, I'm Zach Boetto, KCAL News.